Arrogance, as defined by the Prophet, is الحق وغمط الناس, which is pushing away the truth, denying the truth, and putting people down. And when we look at the word arrogance in Arabic, we see that it translates into al-kibriya. Now when we look at the definition of the Prophet, ﷺ, he said that الحق, that's denying the truth, knowing that it's true. So that can come for multiple reasons. One could be that you're rejecting the fact that somebody other than you knows more than you. And this could be because of their age, because of their race, or their sex, or many other reasons. And then we look at the second part, which is غمط الناس, is because you feel like you're more superior to others. You feel like you're better than others for whatever reason. And we have to look at really what does arrogance do to people. The first thing is when you have that arrogance in your head, you feel like you don't need to receive any more information. You feel like you are superior to others, and therefore you reject any new messages. So you limit yourself, you limit your knowledge to what you have. And then when you look at the history of what happened to people or what happened to nations who were arrogant, we see that they either were destroyed for what they did or they lost what they have. And as we can see from the story of the people of the gardens in Surah Al-Kahf, when the one man compared himself to the other man, and he said, I have more money and more wealth and children than you do. And he had so much arrogance that he thought that he had all these things because of himself, not because of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him. So the next time we deal with situations where we are presented with knowledge that we don't have, or that we are confronted with information that we think is not appropriate, let's sit down and think, are we rejecting that information, are we rejecting that knowledge because we're arrogant and because we're refusing to accept, or is it a legit reason why we don't want it? At the same time, when we're dealing with people, if people are giving us advice, let's step back and see, should we take that advice, or are we stopping it because we're arrogant? So take this advice and think about it, and I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us, to clear any arrogance we have from our hearts, and Jazakumullah khair.